Hello and welcome everyone to Roulette Rivals 17, and this is a Swiss round 6 match between Nezuko-chan and Qrescent7, and this will be delayed by another 2 minutes. Sorry for the wait, everyone, but for the time being, let's check out how the two players compare up. That's what I forgot to add. Good to know. Yeah, sorry about that. Um, yeah. Uh, I, well, Nez has been here 12 times, winning 7 of those, personal best at 5 minutes and 31 seconds. Qrescent has been here 9 times, winning 5 of those, 5 minutes and 34 seconds. Very similar statistics between the two players here. And yeah, it should make for a very interesting run on Colorado. Yeah, I am your host, Pat, and I believe our admin for the match is Moo. So yeah, we want a clean fight, a fair fight, and it is going to be a very good matchup between two players who have already qualified for the knockout stage. So yeah, very exciting. And I have just added the mic to that other source. Thank y'all for making me aware of that. But yeah, our first spin is coming up here on Colorado in about 30 seconds. Nez is live, so let's go ahead and refresh that stream right there. Sweet. Alright, and our second map will be Paris, chosen by Qrescent. As you can see, players have banned Ambrose Island and Hokkaido respectively. And after our first two player-picked maps, we will have up to three more. But the first spin is here. Suit Sniper Rifle for Sean Rose, Firewire Malicious Spec Ops for Penelope Graves, Ezra Berg SMG Hacker, and Maya Pravati Old Axe Scarecrow. So yeah, quite an interesting spin. Two hostile disguises, so players are going to have to be careful to avoid the hostile glitch, which is what you received on Colorado, where when you change from a hostile disguise into a non-hostile disguise in the basement of the mansion. Both players opting for different strats here, Qrescent going the Orchard start, and Nezuko going the classic West Bridge. Could be the there has been a huge debate in the roulette community recently between which start is better for Colorado, Orchard start or West Bridge. As this is a suit spin, both starts are viable here, and we will see which one pays off first. As you see, Nezuko opting to knock out the entire basement, including Ezra. Of course, normally from this point on, you would go upstairs and knock out Penelope Graves, but seeing as she is a no target pacification kill unofficially, you cannot do that here. So instead, we see him going for the hacker disguise. Qrescent, on the other side of the screen, is in the basement, has Ezra knocked out on the outside stairs, and is already in the malicious spec ops disguise as well. So this could be very beneficial to him, as he will be able to just immediately go upstairs and grab the Penelope Graves fiberwire kill, which he follows up by dragging her body into the basement so she is not found. Nezuko-chan now also has a kill down, having the SMG as the hacker. Very even matchup at the moment. Qrescent is a little bit in the lead as he has one kill down, and I was going to say had Ezra right next to the guys he needed for that, but opts to go for the Scarecrow next instead, and we see a rip from Nezuko there. Qrescent now in the Scarecrow disguise as we see Nezuko restart, and Qrescent almost gets caught in the the Scarecrow disguise, but avoids getting seen and will be making his way over towards Maya Parvati. Nezuko, starting with Westbridge again, dumps the lifeless militia elite soldier over the barricade there and enters the basement. Shoots the wall to make the two guards panic without causing a game-ending alarm on Colorado. Qrescent in the Scarecrow has Maya at the peekaboo spot, and it looks like he's gonna try for the typical screwdriver chainler or whatever construction tool you choose to use here to knock her out. Does not need to keep her live, so it should be okay for him to KO her there and grab the old axe, but actually chooses to leave her up, grabs the old axe and makes his way back over to her. Nezuko this time actually opting to get the Scarecrow disguise before killing Ezra. Does have him knocked out though, and Qrescent now has the Maya kill down with her body hidden as well. Both players in the Scarecrow disguise. As we see Nezuko working his way through the kitchen area. Qrescent knocks out the guard at the sink. Not sure what, I think that's just a typical malicious soldier. And Nezuko over here at Sean's, or actually no, at the Maya Peekaboo spot. Yeah, that is a very good question of whether or not that knockout from Qrescent's side was safe, as that guard will occasionally wake up. Not sure on the exact timing of that, but he is safe for now. Qrescent working his way over to the suit, and Nezuko has the Sean isolation completed. I believe Qrescent still has Sean awake at the moment, but is in his suit. Or actually, no, he does not. He has him knocked out. And we should see very close Sean kills now, I believe. Actually, no. Zuko is heading towards Maya, but Qrescent has the Sean kill down with the sniper rifle as the suit. It's changed into a militia technician disguise to make his life easier getting back over to Ezra, and is one kill away from exiting. Nezuko on the other side of the screen gets the Maya kill with the old axe as the Scarecrow, and that will be his first kill of this run. Still has a bit of catching up to do, but does have most of the targets isolated in places that can be safe enough for him. When Qrescent is looking at which hacker to grab, makes a distraction for the one guard near the cameras, and is opting for a chainler on the hacker to Move him far enough away that he can trank him, take the disguise, and this should be a very clean kill for Qrescent, assuming nothing goes wrong. And he gets the kill. Nez is in the malicious spec ops disguise as this happens, working his way toward Penelope, but Qrescent has exited with a time of 7 minutes and 10 seconds. That should be a very clean 2-0 start for Qrescent. GG's, well played from both players. And yeah, as chat is saying, Qrescent, very solid player right now. Honestly, I'd say he's probably a title contender for this tournament if he keeps up this incredible gameplay that we have been seeing in recent matches. Very exciting player to watch. But yeah, Paris is up next. And I believe the comparison screen is fixed now, so let's take a look at that. And yes, so Nezuko has been to Paris 5 times. One of those was picked, banned it twice, and won it 3 times with a 60% win rate. Qrescent has also been here 5 times and has won 3 for a 60% win rate. So yeah, very similar statistics, with the exception being that Qrescent has never picked it prior to this. Almost seems like a targeted pick, but not certain for that, considering how similar the win rates are. The record is Nez still here? Nez reset PC. Alright. Record on Paris is 1 minute and 36 seconds by Scruffy in RR14. The personal best for these players is very similar, well, within a minute of each other as well, with Nez holding a PB of 4:38 and Qrescent holding a PB of 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Looking at our stats, that personal best for Nezuko came on a spin. Victor Novikov electrocution as tech crew. Dahlia injected poison as the Sheik. And Qrescent's personal best came on the spin. Fiberwire as auction staff for Victor, and consumed as tech crew for Dahlia. So yeah. I hope you all have been having a good day. We've had 2 very exciting at the moment. And we still have an action-packed day ahead of us following the conclusion of this match. Yeah. But, we will be seeing the pair spin in about a minute and 8 seconds. And I believe Nez is live again. There we go. Wait, is this better? The only thing that happened was I took my headphones out because their battery was low. So, interesting. Awesome. Pack is just a figment of our imagination, not a real person at all.
I mean, right now I'm using my computer's default mic. So. Anyways, the spin is here. Victor, sniper rifle, chef, Dahlia, explosion accident, Chikata bodyguard. Alright. Immediate load in from Nez. Not sure if he even planned it all or if that was a preload, and it does seem to have been a preload for Nez. Qrescent, meanwhile, I believe we saw the tech crew start from him, and that is confirmed here as we see him enter the map. Immediately triggers the fireworks and goes to knock out this guy on the stairs to make his life easier getting up to Victor as the chef. Nez also going tech crew, but punches the tech crew that is watching over the fireworks remote, causing an immediate restart. And Qrescent is using a phone to bring the chef into this stairwell. Pretty safe knockout from Qrescent. Ends up with the chef disguise. And we see Nez start the fireworks, but instead of going for the chef, he opts to bring Dahlia down. Or just her bodyguard, perhaps. And now we see him working his way downstairs towards the chef. Qrescent is using a distraction shot to, I believe, make the bodyguard come down. Or actually, no, I'm not really sure what that shot was for at the moment. As we see Nez knock out the chef and Qrescent take the bodyguard disguise. And yeah, that was actually to make the bodyguard come down so that he would not be killed in the explosion. That makes sense. And just like that, Qrescent has the sniper kill as well, and he is finished with a time of 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Wow, that was fast. Nezuko in the chef disguise, still within the photo finish window here, but it is running out very quickly, and there is not going to be enough time for him to finish, I believe, but this is Paris, so we will wait it out. The kill from Nez on Victor still needs the bodyguard disguise, so yes, that will be a 30-second photo finish window since Qrescent finished within 2 minutes, or within 10 minutes of the spin starting, and Nez has not finished here, so and that restart will guarantee that it goes to Qrescent for a 4-0 start. Insane run. Just absolutely ripless. But yeah, our first RNG map will be Dubai. Yeah, an interesting map at that. Could be very fast, similar to what we saw at Paris. And regarding the comparison between these two players on Dubai, Nez has been here 15 times with a win rate of 27%. Qrescent has been here 5 times with a win rate of, or actually been here 6 times with a win rate of 83%. So yeah, definitely is leaning towards Qrescent off the existing stats, but I mean, even just like this, the personal bests are both within 3 minutes. So yeah, could see a very close match here. In-game audio, I can try to put some of that on. If there's not already. Is that better at all for in-game audio? But spin will be here in about a minute. Don't. Oh, Alright. A couple of interesting things that could be spun on Dubai. I think with an assassin helicopter pilot combo could be pretty interesting, especially if there's a NTKO in there somewhere. Fixed the choppy of the game. The choppy of the game. Okay. We do have the spin here, and it will be Carl Ingram's Silent Sniper Rifle, Ingram's Bodyguard, Marcus Stuyvesant Kitchen Knife, Event Security. Wow, that's fast. Oh, and Marcus Stuyvesant cannot be KO'd, but I imagine that should not be an issue, as the disguise you need for him is literally his personal bodyguard. Both players immediately load in as event staff, grab the banana, and make their way towards the kitchen for the knife. And we have almost mirrored gameplay here. So it could end up being quite a close finish. Both players head up the stairs. And Qrescent is using the banana for the guard. And Nez used some sort of sedative to knock out the 3 guards there, has the disguise, and there's the kill on Marcus for Nez. Qrescent takes the disguise, shoots the camera, and we should be seeing a kill on his side just about now as well. And here is where the strats are differing. Qrescent opts for the stairwell, whereas Nezuko is going for the ladder. So will be very interesting to see how these strategies compare here. Qrescent already taking the shot on Ingram's bodyguard, has the other penthouse guard knocked out, and in the Ingram's bodyguard disguise, working his way towards the smuggle. Nez has already picked up the smuggle and is working on knocking out the entire hallway. In fact, doesn't even knock out the other guards at first, but opts to go for eventually a breacher, gets the kill, and Qrescent finished 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Nez finished 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Yeah, very close finish, and yeah, with Qrescent finishing that much faster, but both loading in at about the same time, I imagine this is going to be a Qrescent 6-0 victory. Nonetheless, this is a photo finish, so we will let our admin count the loads if neither has waved. And yeah, regardless of the outcome of the match, very impressive gameplay from both players here. Just a couple of very deciding mistakes, and honestly, it could happen to anyone on a game like Hitman. So yeah, very much looking forward to seeing both in the knockout stage though. And these two players, I mean, honestly, they could both very well be contending for the title here in a few weeks. But yeah, Nez has officially waved, according to the Discord, and so we should see the 6-0 confirmed very soon. But for the time being, yes, Nez loaded once for 5.2 seconds, which is not enough to catch up Antia's wave, so it will be Dubai going to Qrescent for a 6-0 victory. And let's take a look at how that affects the brackets. So as we can see here, Moo has qualified, Quadtility has qualified, and Spot has qualified. Of course, we know from even without looking at the hit maps screen that everyone on 4 points has at least qualified by now, so both of these players are already in the match, in the KO stage, and actually I just realized this needs to be refreshed, so let me do that really quickly. And yet, well, has not gone through yet, but this win will put, yeah, there we go. This win will put Qrescent on 5 points and get him very close to the top 4 seeds. Might still have a chance at finishing 1 through 4. Not certain on that. Nezuko is also through. Will be on 4 points for the KO stage, and we will see him in the next round, which will be round 1. For upcoming matches, we have quite a few left today. And for Fun Yanini happening in about 30 minutes over on Afro's channel. We have Channel Joined versus Alf happening in an hour. Pidgeotto versus Froat is also happening tonight. And then tomorrow we have Scruffy Codename Kenny, Soviet Dubov and Alex, Omni versus myself, Growry versus Hausen, and there are 7 other additional matches which can be viewed by keeping up to date with the list of upcoming matches at hitmaps.com. With that being said, I want to thank you, Moo, for adminning this wonderful match. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Have a good one.